All right. So today's topic is I'll pass. Charlotte from the UK, she's been drawing a lot of cards and she's seeing all kinds of signs about 13, 13, 13, 13. So I put this here. This card is Mother Mary, expect a miracle. Have faith that your prayers have been heard and are being answered. That's really important. You're planting your seeds and they are being heard, but now it's just divine timing. Okay. And you have to really have the knowing, not faith, knowing, because it is truth. How do we know this is going to happen? I've been saying it over and over again that the sun and the mother, see them right here? They're in Pisces in the sky. And Eris, she's been going back and forth and coming into Aries, all right? And slowly they will come together and pass into Aries, which is our head. So that's what you see this line here. This is the Phoenix rising line in the sky. It's really important. I have to change this because this is supposed to say April. I don't know where that came from. April, and then April. April the 13th, Eris is going to meet with the sun at the last time in Pisces. This is the last time that the mother meets with the sun in Pisces. And then in April 15th, 2023, that's where mother, the lovingness of the mother stays with us, okay? It's really important. So April 13th of this year is the last time the mother aligns with the sun at the end of Pisces. April 16th is a full moon right after that. The reason why I have the story Let It Pass is because there's probably going to be some people that are going to pass out because of this. It depends on their cleanse, where they're at. It depends on where they're at with karmic attachments. And I'm going to show you some examples that lead to this, and to this knowing. So again, April 13th, last time the sun meets with the mother in Pisces. April 16th, there's a full moon. And then next year, April 15th, 2023 is the Phoenix rising and she stays in Aries for a long time. And that's where the fall of Babylon is going to keep falling. And people lose control because love is now conquered your brain. Because love, the mother's love was in your feet. And that's the story of Santa Claus coming down the chimney because now she's coming down the head and coming downward. Here comes that candle part that I was talking about, Susan. Lo and behold, I noticed that there was earlier, there's a candle mark on my candle that was the shape of a head, but then I saw also the shape of a fish. So here I'm going to move in here, hoping you all can see that. It's a video, but I won't play the video of it. I'll just scroll through it. So as you can see, there's a fish, very clearly a fish symbol. Okay. And then as you get to the other side, you will see the head of an Aries. I don't know if you can see that, but it's this shape right here. So you can see an Aries head. You can see a fish. So a fish right next to the ram, right on my candle. And this is a candle that I'm burning for Candlemas for the mother of all mothers. So they don't only give you images in the sky, images in front of your face. This is crystal ball stuff. I have the fish and the ram left a mark in wax on the side of this glass. Remember, glass is a capacitor. Okay, glass holds love. And if it wants to make that image to share with all of us, this is happening in the sky. This is so, so, so important. This is what everyone wrote about in every Bible and every religion, is the return of the mother, the return of one love. I want to talk about people passing out. Here's a friend that passed out for 2 days. I don't know if you're going to understand this chart, but just hear my words. The mother aligned with the sun. That's a Phoenix rising. The sun and the moon, both in the transiting and natal chart, we're at what's called the solar lunar arc. So this guy passed out for 2 days. Of course, they bring him to the hospital. They can't find anything. Of course, they're not going to find anything. He's getting a cleanse. There's reasons why he passed out. I'm just saying we all need to be pure. So these are signs. People that move next to us, I think I told you about it, but I'm going to show you because like I said, I'm recording this because I want to show the people the magic. This guy here passed out while driving the car. He was born on a full moon. And he had a personal eclipse that day. That personal eclipse is the sun, the moon, and the north nodes. The north nodes represent the head and the tail of the snake, the yin and the yang. I know this one only had a momentary outage. So it was a sign. It wasn't a 2-day or a 3-day of the sun dying on the cross. I'm getting somewhere with this. In the book that we just created, that's online, but I think it's very important that you go read. My name's nowhere on this book because it's everybody's book, because this shows all the truth of what's happening. In this Egyptian picture you see right here, you have Isis, which is Mother Mary, and Juno, which is Mary Magdalene or Nephthys in Egypt. Who was there when Jesus was taken out, right? There was both Marys. So this also represents a north and south node. So when this alignment happens, this is the body laying to rest for 3 days. It's going to be like a come to Jesus meeting with the mothers. So people are going to pass out. The whole ticket is, here's where we come in. Because if you see somebody going through this, they don't need to be rushed to the hospital. They can be, but the only thing they need to do is go on an IV. Second thing is, what are they going to blame? They're going to blame 5G, solar flares, the jab. They're going to blame a virus. They're going to blame everything, but what's really happening to you is trying to cleanse you to one love. So I can't imagine the meetings that are going to take place when we do pass out and then come back. I have this in my chart. My brother has this in his chart where we're watching it. My daughter has this potential on her near her birthday. Do we all start looking and start panicking? No, because if you're good, it'll all happen with divine timing. If it does happen, this isn't to make you less brave. This is to make you aware and observe, because it's not going to happen to everybody. It's only going to happen to certain people. It's only going to happen to certain people that have certain aspects in their chart, like myself. So I did some quick math, because this is what the Phoenix Rising is about. Isn't the Bible all about Jesus dying on the cross for 3 days and coming back to life? Yes, it is. We have these happening all the time. People have these happening because that's what their chart makes them do, because those are all signs. They're all signs for the big kahuna, potentially. Again, people, on the last 2 slides, the 3 slides, I show you that it's research. But why do I have the fish and Aries? Why did I see winged woman in the clouds 3 times? Why is all this happening to us now? It's because it's just a reminder that Mama's home and it's time for cleanse. Time to let go of all the non-realistic things that we see in the media and the news and all those people that think that they can control their way through this process, which they cannot. It happens in the Piscean age, but it won't for the Aquarian age. And that's guaranteed, left in the Egyptian walls. So what I did is I took 7 billion people and divided it by 360 degrees. Out of 7 billion people, it's only 19.5 million people that I think, just doing really crude math, that would have this happen to them. So let's say it happened to 1 million people, 10 million people. What are they going to do? What are they going to blame? It's in people's charts, people. I've done enough of them. I've done dogs that seizured, done my daughter that seizure, and the ones you've seen. And I just started doing a couple celebrities, including the comedian that looks like she faked it on stage. So there was something there. So whether that was there for her to fake it to get people to look, or it was actually there, it was there. The moon was aligned with Eris, the mother. Don't forget, when people use astrology, not only off by 23 degrees, they don't use Eris, the mother. Let's move over to the Bible. Where's this at in the Bible? Book of Lamentations, God's anger towards Jerusalem. My eyes are worn out from weeping. My stomach is churning. My insides are poured on the ground because the daughter of my people is shattered. because children and babies are fainting in the streets. Why the babies? Probably more likely everyone, but it can be just babies because it depends when they're born and what's happening in the sky. So that goes to show you, and sometimes we shouldn't be having babies under certain conditions. That's another thing we got to learn is divine timing to have babies. In Psalm 6:2, have mercy on me, Lord, for I am faint. Heal me, Lord, for my bones are in agony. Again, a cleanse. 84:2, my soul yearns, even faints, for the courts of my Lord. My heart and my flesh cry out for the living God. During these cleansing times, this is what we're going to start thinking. We're going to start come to Jesus, start looking for reason why we're here, looking for a God. We need to look for love. Love is spirit. Love is the mother of all mothers. Pureness. It's love. It's not a man in the sky. Book of Isaiah, wake yourself, Jerusalem. Oh, what is that? Look at that. Kind of like we're going through now, right? Jerusalem means all the people. 51:20 says, your children have faded. They lie at every street corner like antelope caught in a net. Your children means everyone. We're more than likely going to see this. This is just research, but I'm just trying to prepare people. This happens with nothing wrong with anybody. One last slide. Did just Jesus rise from the dead in the Bible? No. The New Testament tells of several others who came back to life from death. I won't read them, but there's a whole bunch right there. The verses in the book, the Bible, is just from a few scribes, a few Christ-conscious people that wrote in the Bible. The 12 disciples, the 12 apostles are the 12 zodiac signs being represented. So there's only a few scribes that were able to share this book. There had to be way many more cases around the world that passed over 3 days and came back to life, so to speak. Back then, they probably didn't have a heart monitor to see if they're still alive. Think about that now. Here we are. History is repeating itself. It's happening around the world. Man thinks he's got one up on spirit. I'm telling you right now, it doesn't. So planting the seeds in your own brain of love is very important because it steers your stars, it steers your vibrations. So know if you see people pass out, it's meant for you to see, and it's meant for you to help, and it's meant for you to act and tell other people about. It's probably just so-and-so, it's in your chart. That's planting a seed of love. If it happens to you, make sure that people know that if I pass out, just give me some water and I'm good. That's it for this presentation.